It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's time for another exciting adventure into the land of toy customization, restoration, toy talk, and much, much more. As always, I'm your host, Dave Wonder. Unfortunately, Eric Arana got sick, and he wasn't feeling good, so I said, dude, no worries. He'll be on at a later date. It's Matt's week off, but I'm joined by one of my very favorite set of hands, who is actually attached to a body and a head, but it's your favorite set of magic hands and mine. That's right, it's Magic Hands Tugboat Corey. Hi, Corey.
It's me. Yep, just
What?
hands. That's all.
What's that? He's
Just
no
hands.
body. But welcome, hello to everybody that's already chiming off in the chat. We got Shakes and Josh and Fortnite and Tio and 3M. Welcome, everybody. Um,
Put the comments
yeah,
on.
it's gonna be kind of a low key, chilled out evening, and I'm all for that. Um, I've been grabbing little projects that I'm like, I think I can get these done. I'm gonna give it a go. But real quick, Corey, you were about to show me you've been improving upon the already pretty badass X-Men '97 figures. So what have you been working on, my bud?
Okay, so I found these earlier, and of course, I immediately swapped the head on Scott because I
Oh,
don't
that's
know what those other heads are. I have no clue.
baby
They
heads.
say that they're based on the cartoon, but there's literally a picture on the package of what he looks like in the cartoon, and
They
that
just
like
disregarded it.
yeah, that big uh goofy looking head with the tiny mouth and like oversized visor. I don't know what that is. It makes me mad. Um the gene heads are cool though. I do like these even though the faces are very like Rosanna Arquette. I don't know, like once you see it you're like, "Oh wait, were they trying to do a portrait?" Um
Maybe.
but one of the things I had done last week was I mixed it's just an oil wash that I made using mineral spirits and just a red ochre. And that
Yeah,
was what I had put onto that thing
that was the
figure.
thing, right?
And yeah, so what I was doing is just brushing this on and then letting it sit. And then I'll take a Q-tip with a little spirits and just pull it off. And what
Nice.
happens is it leaves that oil wash in all the little like lines in the hair. So
Oh,
instead of
damn.
having this really like flat, boring looking hair,
That
now,
adds so much depth.
yeah. So I'll let this cure overnight, and then tomorrow I'll hit it with a flat sealer, and it'll be pretty.
Nice. That looks
Yeah.
epic.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh shit. Toy Gigasaurus and Adam and Pender and Keith and yeah, man. Hello. Saw Madeline Pryor in person. Great skull. Not worth the price to me though. Fair enough. I am actually
Yeah.
repainting the skin tone on this 12-inch Marvel Legends Logan to match the Mondo head, so that I can have an X-Men '97 1/6 scale figure. And I'll be stoked about that.
Hell yeah.
So I got that. I'm futzing. I'll be futzing on my Spider Side custom again, that I was working on a couple weeks ago, because I want to add more highlights and stuff to it, because I think that will really pop it. Because the stark black and red is cool, but adding some blue, not cell shading, but just maybe like a blue dry brush over that black will really pop it, make it look
Hell
dope.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I'm working on
Taking too
tonight. I
long
also
on it though.
what?
It's time to knock it out. It's time to knock out your spider side.
Oh yes, he's pretty
Yep.
damn
And
close,
then it's time to paint or customize 50 other items.
right?
I hope you're ready. It
Well,
never
so the other thing that I've been doing is I picked up a damaged package Filmation style He-Man today at Target. It was an as
ends.
is item, as close as I could tell. It was only it wasn't missing anything, but I popped that on the battle armor He-Man, and so I just got to elongate the straps and then check it out.
Haha, nice.
Cartoon
I
style Masterverse.
I really like those little Origins Filmation figures a lot.
Dude, they're really nice.
Mhm.
I'm not doing Origins.
Yeah.
So, and like I always wanted to get the Filmation style, um, the Filmation style He-Man, and just never pulled the trigger on any of them. And so it was that thing of like, this figure, I think he was down to $11.
Oh wow.
I was like, yeah, I'll grab it, because the packaging was like tore up. Like, I'm pretty sure someone had to have tried to like rip into it or something, because the package was mangled. But again, as is. So I was like,
I bought the He-Man from that line.
Yeah.
I still haven't bought any of the other ones. I want to buy Duncan, but I was hoping, because of the price range for them, my brain says, that's sort of an instant gratification buy. Like if you see it at Target or wherever, like you
for
pick,
sure.
you go, hey, cool, I'm gonna buy that, and you walk out with it and you're happy. Until you see a new thing on the internet, and then you're no longer happy because you got to buy something else. But I never see those in stores. I've never seen them in stores.
So technically they're just hitting now, at least up here.
Oh, really?
Because these are the new Origins cartoon style. So like these literally, like this was the first time I'd seen them in store, and they hit Hot Comics and Collectibles too this week.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So like they're brand spanking new. That's why I was surprised there was already one with an as is tag on it in the aisle. I was like, wait,
they've had them on Big Bad for a while, because that's where I bought the regular
BBTS. Yeah, I think BBTS has had them for a couple weeks. But BBTS usually gets them a little early too. So, oh shit, Shakes Clone. Corey, good timing. I'm opening the Pro Acryl White and Yellow you recommended last week as I type this. Stoked to try
stuff. Is awesome. Yeah, I really like that.
Hey, Dick Bullets is coming to the MCU. Sure is. Just got shipping notification for Daredevil. Ooh, I'm happy now. Hell yeah. What up, Esteban? How's it going, bud?
Was that the new Legends Daredevil and Hydra Man set?
Yep, it's already starting to ship.
Hey, I got a thing. I got charged for it, but I haven't got a shipping notice yet.
I just got shipping notice around dinner time. So, ooh, effortlessly random picked up the Dead Ironhide and Prowl set from Ross today for $14.99. They also have Commando Snake Eyes and Timber set for $11.99. Effortlessly random.
That's a real good price.
Grab me one of those Commando Snake Eyes. I actually need it for a project. Drop me a line on Instagram. I'll PayPal you or the Venmos if that's cool. I don't have Ross's or Ollie's up here.
No?
I heard we're getting a new Prince Adam. Can't wait. I bet. Yeah, we have TJ Maxx. That's
pretty close, but yeah, Ross and Ollie's have been hotspots.
Oh, dude, yeah. No, I'm hip. Like it was one of those funny things in January. I was down in Florida for a show, and Theo Mike took me around, and we went to a Ross. And I took a picture out in front of it, and I'm sure everybody that was around me was just like, "What the fudge is wrong with this dude?
Yeah, what's he doing?"
And I was like, "No, this is exciting." It's like this weird exotic place.
You're like, "Don't judge me. We don't have these. This is a commodity."
Yeah, this is entertainment right here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Theo, if you're watching, I know you had said you were going to grab some of those basketball hoops. Let me know if you ended up grabbing any, man. I heard what just happened to the chat? Where'd it go? There we go. I will do it for free if it's still there tomorrow. Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm always happy to pay my way. No, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I've been itchy to find another set, and it's like everywhere I look, like up here at least, they're still like full price.
It's just a basketball goal. What is it?
Oh no, the Commando Snake Eyes and Timber.
Okay.
Yeah, the basketball goal is from the starting lineup line, and yeah, it's a basketball goal and like an action figure stand for the starting lineup figures.
What?
And cool. I wanted to get one just for taking funny shots. Like I actually have I have my Super 7 Optimus with his basketball hand out, and then I have God dang, I have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man going like this playing D. And that's up right above my TV in the other room as like
nice.
Kind of my ha-ha to myself, because I'm way too easily entertained by that type of shit. But it makes me happy just because I love to think Optimus is like Autobots hit the hit the paint. Like I don't know. This shit's growing up playing a lot of basketball. It's just I don't know. It's silly to me because it's like it's Optimus Prime with a basketball. Not only is it Optimus Prime with a basketball, he came with that basketball. Like
He did, yeah.
yeah, like
I've never actually seen where that comes from. It was in the cartoon.
yeah, it was in the cartoon. I've been shown the clip and I still don't believe that it's real. Like, it's one of those where I'm like, no, you're lying. Like because I watched the shit out of Transformers growing up, and like I do not remember that in the least. And
So I did not watch Transformers growing up. I had no exposure to it.
Transformers was
I had
on
G.I. Joe.
Transformers was
somehow I missed
heavy in reruns when I was a kid.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those that like James really liked watching it too. So like it was that thing of he was the big reason why I knew G.I. Joe. He was the big reason why I knew Masters of the Universe. Like he'd check out those videos from Panorama Video back in the day, and I was just kind of along for the ride. He came to play the game. Basketball hoop would be perfect diorama set for your X-Men display. Oh, dude, don't you worry.
Yeah.
I have ideas.
But we need that Daisy Dukes Gambit.
Dude, okay. Basketball. So because of after a conversation I had with Alex, he got me inspired, and I started tracking down parts. I haven't bought any parts, but I've been kind of.
What did you let him talk you into?
Oh no, I've been making recipes for a couple of them, them recreational X-Men, if you will.
Yeah, there you go.
Just because I love that goofy shit. Like one of my favorite all-time issues is it was from Joe Mad's run, and I remember I picked it up at the Amico on Minnetonka Boulevard in Minnetonka, Minnesota, after school one day. I walked across in elementary school. I walked across to there, and I bought a comic, and I got yelled at for it later. But and it starts off with the X-Men. I want to say it's like what issue is that? It's like the first appearance of Marrow.
Is that the baseball issue?
Yeah, they're playing baseball at the beginning.
Oh, I had that issue too. Yeah,
dude, love that issue.
Yeah, I bet I bought it again. It's probably over there in my long box. But yes, that issue made me fall in love with Joe Mad's art, and then immediately get upset that I got stuck with whoever else they had on those books.
It was the Kuberts, wasn't it? Is it Adam?
Well, okay, so Adam was on Wolverine.
But didn't he came over to X-Men after that, didn't he?
I don't know. I think the brother. I think Andy was on X-Men.
Is it Andy? Okay.
Yeah, because Adam's art on X-Men on Wolverine I really liked, but Andy's art on X-Men and Hulk I wasn't a fan of. But that's
I'm debating if I need to paint because he has the sculpted in arm hair, but I kind of like that it's just implied by shadow. Like I gotta put a shoulder pad.
Yeah, it's tricky because you want the hair to be there, and also that's a big enough canvas that you could do little, just quick brush strokes to do the hairs.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't be too hard.
I'm just worried that it's gonna overpower because the sculpt is pretty intense. For lack of a better term, it is quite hatchy. No, Adam left Wolverine for Captain America after Ron Garney wrapped up his run. Oh, okay. So you're saying we need Marvel Legends swimsuit editions from the 90s, Corey? No, I don't think Corey's saying that. I think if anyone's saying that here, it might be me. For better or worse.
That ridiculous Iceman. Oh,
dude. Say what you will.
Or Bishop in his Speedo. Doesn't he have in that card? Doesn't he have like a Speedo and a gun?
Yes, yes, he does.
Amazing. That's amazing.
I will always remember for my buddy's wedding. He is a huge Punisher collector. Like that's just his favorite
Oh, yep.
kid. And I made him a swimsuit special Punisher with the skull cod piece and everything.
That's so funny.
And it's still, the funny thing is, it lives on the back of his toilet to this day. He has a child, and there is a swimsuit Frank hanging out in the can. Esteban, man, I recently saw that again. Yeah, buddy. Or you need Godzilla versus Barkley. Godzilla versus Barkley was a wild time. I remember finding that at my local comic shop at Shinder's back in the day, and just being like, "What? What's happening here?" Wasn't that Art Adams on that too?
You got me.
Hold on.
I had never seen that book.
I remember there was a sales poster for it at the Shinders, and it was always just like, what the absolute crap is this? Wait, what? Godzilla versus Charles Barkley, Nike television commercial. Blah, 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 blah. I want the comic. Wasn't it a comic? In December 1993, Dark Horse Comics released Godzilla vs. Barkley, a one-shot comic inspired by the commercial. Although most of the action takes place in California rather than in Japan, the comic was written by Mike Barron with art by Jeff Butler and Keith Aiken.
Do you imagine putting inspired by the commercial? Inspired by a true commercial.
Yeah. Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's looking a little. There we go.
Who won? Who won in that game?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think anybody truly won. Know who won?
You're gonna have Barkley
just Corey, the
dunk
reader.
on Goji. Imagine Godzilla would kill him.
Well, that was the thing. Barkley was
gigantic, right? Yeah. What is going on there? I need to know.
There we go.
It would be a lot funnier if that was a Japanese comic.
Probably. Dude, I kind of like this. I mean, it fits. Yeah. It works. Now I gotta get the Sabretooth down to compare it.
Oh man.
I feel like this is gonna, just because of
anything is better than that unmasked head that he came with. That thing is terrible.
Oh, dude, yeah, that his like weird, yeah, his smushy stretched head.
I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah,
we know Superman got washed by Silly. Yeah, sounds like he turned the Punisher into Stinky Diver from the Action League now. A little bit.
Oh no.
Seriously. Oh my god, the chat just keeps on bouncing back up, so I keep seeing like really old comments. Yeah. How do these scale? Oh no! Oh, Corey, I've done something evil, and I'm very excited about it.
You like how they scale?
Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do. I mean, Wolverine could be smaller, but that's like every single. That's every Wolverine thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Hold on. Oh no! I don't want to take down all these figures.
Hello.
Look at that.
Hey, God, that Sabretooth's not big enough. Alex, if you're watching, shame on you. That should be bigger.
This thing is a fucking killer, man.
He should be bigger. Alex knows how I feel about that.
Hey, when all is said and done, Wolverine comes up to his shoulder. I'm okay with it.
Nah.
I'm okay with it for the sake of being able to put more than one figure on the shelf.
Oh, Mondo, they chickened out. Can't believe them. He could have been gigantic. And they were like, he'll be just like a little bit taller than Magneto. It's like, no.
Did you get this one?
No.
Oh, dude, worth it.
Good.
That is one of those figures that, like, when they announced it, like there are a lot of designs from the X-Men animated show that are my, like, if if I think of a character, that is the first version of the
Oh,
character.
really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, again,
Weird.
I was born '87, and it was one of those things of that
Yeah.
show was like super formative for me. Um, actually, I
Okay,
picked up.
so I'm pretty sure that I mean, I know for a fact that I had X-Men Classics before that cartoon ever came out. Like I remember
Yep.
when the toy line started, the Toy Biz toy line,
Yeah.
it was a big deal that
Hmm.
that Wolverine was out. Like I got
Oh
that.
yeah. Tiger
I think
Stripe.
I think I took it to like show and tell for kindergarten.
Yeah, dude. No,
No, not the tiger stripe, the brown, the one that had the mask that was a ring.
oh, the ring. See, and I
Mhm.
remember getting that one. I got it at the KB Toys in Knollwood Mall. This is why I can't remember
Yes.
like state capitals and square roots. Um, but it was one of those things. I remember going there and they had those guys on the pegs, and James and I were able to each pick out a guy, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And we had a couple Secret Wars figures, so we had a brown Wolverine already.
See,
We had
that's awesome. I
see
never
we had
had any of those.
see like because James was born 82, and so it
Mhm,
was that thing of like we had yeah, like we had a couple Secret Wars because we had Secret Wars, Doc Ock, Wolverine, Magneto, Captain America, and Iron Man.
mhm.
Um, and yeah, like I remember when we were able to pick, I think we got Brown Suit Wolverine and Colossus were the two that we got.
Cool.
And I remember thinking that shit was so cool. And
But
then
did you have his motorcycle that had his face on it?
I did someone got it for me for my birthday. Like a bunch of friends got together, like we, kid sleepover. So, or
Mhm,
kid
mhm.
birthday party. So, we always did like
Yeah.
sleepovers or went to the roller rink. Um, and yeah, like I remember someone got that for me and I was like, what the crap? This is insane. Why is his face on the bike?
Yeah, why
Like
is his face
even
on
as
there?
a kid, I was just like, I
Yep.
don't understand this. Why can it go back to Logan? Like, that shouldn't be a thing.
I was so confused that his face out because I was like, "Is like the rest of the figure trapped in there?"
Dude, yeah, yeah,
But
like,
it's so
right? I
gone.
mean, you think about it and it's just like, this makes no goddamn sense. Like, Toy de Jour Cyclops is a
That's
superior pickup. Like, dude, so that was Cyclops 2. The OG Cyclops, actually, the OG Cyclops might be the first figure I had from that line because I aced my grades and I
you
got
talking
that
about the X
Cyclops.
Factor
Yep, the
or
blue and white X
oh,
Factor
okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely had
costume.
that when we were little.
Because I remember there was that, and then they later did a re-release that had the Cockrum suit on it. That was like a redeco.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. It's weird because it was, like, around the same time. Like, they
Yeah,
planned on that being a variant pretty early on.
yeah.
Because I remember getting that one not too long after getting
I
certainly
think
before getting the, Jim Lee one.
yeah, that one because they ended up
Mhm.
re-releasing that. That was like the secondary release of it, but it was on the same
Mhm.
card back and everything.
Oh, yeah, and I
Oh, Toy de
really
Jour
liked
had a
the
giant
early.
double arm cannon. That's true. I never knew what the hell that thing was. I always thought it was one of those like jet ski things, like that, for scuba diving.
Oh, that Cyclops has?
Yeah, I never realized that was a gun when I was a kid.
Was it a gun? I thought it was to, like, disable his mutant powers or something.
See, I'm glad I'm not the only one that was like, I don't know what this
Yeah, I
is.
had no clue what it was. I like, when I saw it, it reminded me of, like, some, oh, what's that? Genosha?
Yeah, a little bit like the
Um,
collar.
yeah, yeah. Well, they had in the comic, they had a bunch of weird tech like that.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying is just one of those things of just like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Like as a small child, I was like, I don't know what this is. Truth
Mhm.
be told, I ended up I'd put it on Iceman's feet, and I said that that was his ice slide.
I didn't know why Wolverine had a gun.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like,
I see.
I was like, "What the
My
hell?"
brain
And
just
then
went, oh cool, I'll give this to someone else. Like,
Yeah, well, there was like the spy Wolverine that had a pile of
yep,
knives, but he also had his claws.
yep,
And I remember getting that and being like, why does he need those knives?
yeah.
Like, what is that?
Fair fight, bub.
Yeah. And every one of those knives would go on him somewhere.
Hell yeah, it did. Hell
You
yeah.
were like looking at them and you were like, all right, this one's like a butcher knife. This one's cool. And this is like a hunting knife. And I think this isn't even a knife. This is a screwdriver.
Yeah. He's gonna fix some shit.
Yeah.
That's what
Boy,
Wolverine's gonna
Wolverine's
do.
handy.
Wolverine is the best at what he does.
Yeah. He hits you and says, hold the flashlight, dumbass. Like, wait, what?
God damn it. Stupid Canadians. Sorry, Mr. Ryan Clark. I know you're in here. I love Canadians. The gun that Cyclops had looked like one of those sonic shovel things. Yeah, it was one of those things that I remember it vividly. Like, I had no idea what it was. It was kind of like on the Jim Lee release where it was just like, cool, he comes with a backpack with like a satellite dish and a gas gun. Wait, why does he come with a gas gun?
Yeah.
To me, my X-Men. What? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that gun, Cyclops? That in case they don't come willingly? Oh no. Oh, Panda, thank you, man. I hate how all of the old Wolverine releases had a webbed membrane between the claws. Dude, that was just toy production back in the day. Like,
that might be the start of my customizing. Was me looking at those and getting a knife and going, eat, cutting it out.
Yep. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. That was one of those that I remember trying to do that to the Secret Wars one and absolutely destroying those claws.
Oh no.
Well, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. Those claws for the longest time were like the hardest thing to like. If you got on eBay, it was hard to find them to replace.
Yep.
Of course, nowadays,
Oh, trust me,
3D prints.
I know, because that was one of my, as I jokingly call it, my guilty Christmas gifts. One year I was trying to find those because it was like all the shit that I destroyed as a little brother. It's like, it's coming back, baby! Like, that and Professor X's hidden pistols. Dude, I didn't know those were removable until like 3 years ago. Professor X in the wheelchair, you could lift the side panels.
Oh yeah, yep.
And he was packing.
Fucking Professor X, his wheelchair gets knocked over. He's like, call an ambulance, but not for me.
It's definitely one of those that, like, when I found out that you could remove them, I'm like, son of a biscuit. And they were the same guns that Cyclops had, that the Jim Lee Cyclops had.
Oh, I don't even remember what Cyclops had at this point.
I mean, it literally looked like the most rudimentary.
But every one of those characters had a hand like this that would hold a gun.
Cyclops did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like every one of those characters, they all had a gun hand. I think even Rogue.
That's what cool toys do. They hold guns.
Yeah, didn't even Rogue had like.
Yep, she had the punch hand. She had the uppercut hand.
Yeah.
I remember my dad one time I had Rogue, and he was just like, so what does she do? Like, what's her power? I'm like, oh, and explained Rogue's powers. He's like,
she'll put you on life support. And you're like, what?
Like, so
Jesus.
It's like, so what does she do? I'm like, oh, the figure punches. He's like, that seems like a severe waste of her talents. Like, good. He wasn't wrong.
Like, she she can't interact with people physically. She battles with depression. Like what?
She's very antisocial. Um, Speaking of Professor X, how is Professor Excalibur? Professor Excalibur is doing good. I need to get another power chair to put him in though, because I needed Professor X in his power chair because he just looked dumb without it. And Excalibur unfortunately doesn't fit in the Logan Professor X manual chair. I tried, it didn't work.
What?
It just
Okay, what are you talking about? What is Professor Excalibur?
there is a wrestler named Excalibur,
Uh-huh.
and when I unboxed him on the show, I thought it was a really funny idea because for some odd reason, I kept on calling him the Professor, and so I was like, "Oh my God, he's Professor Excalibur," and so I put him in the
Uh-huh.
power chair, and he fit beautifully, and I was like, "Oh shit, I want to leave this forever and have it on my wrestling shelf just to confuse the piss out of my friends when they
Mm-hmm.
come over because this shit will be hilarious." And I need another Professor Xavier power chair to put him in because I do.
I wonder if he'll fit in the Kotobukiya chair.
Oh, I bet he would. I bet you. The funny thing is that Kotobukiya chair is gigantic. Because for a
It's
while I thought about getting that
is
because
that figure a 1/10 scale?
yeah.
Oh, let me see, because the Kotobukiya stuff is all 1/10 scale as well. Let me see if I have that chair still.
Yeah, if you do, let me know.
Because I bought that to shrink the head, and he's been sitting in a bin. I ain't doing anything with him.
Yeah, you let me know, homie.
Yeah.
I'll gladly take it off your hands. That is one of those that like when I was looking for a power chair, I legit went to Hot Comics because they had one, and I was like, oh, that one is in box still and brand new. I'm like,
Oh, and they
I'm
want
like
a pretty
that
penny
would
for it.
retail. And I was like, oh, spicy.
Hmm.
That figure has gone on, clearance how many times on like Entertainment Earth and all that shit.
Yeah, a bunch of them have, but now they've started to creep. Because
Mhm.
I went back and looked, and I thought about getting a few of the other ones to shrink down.
Yeah,
But honestly, at this point, there's so many people doing X-Men heads that I can just sub to a Patreon and find what I'm after.
yeah.
In fact,
Dude,
earlier I got a email from Orbis, and this I never know what the rewards are going to be. So when I
yeah.
get when I get the email, it's like, ooh, it's Christmas.
Cool.
But there's a Rogue, a Cyclops, and a Wolverine in this month's
Oh,
heads.
nice.
Yeah, I guess he's hyped for X-Men 97
X-Men
as well.
97.
Yeah.
So say we all.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope. Fingers crossed.
Dude, I had a bunch of friends that went to the premiere of it. Like they
Yeah.
did a premiere in Hollywood and shit. And, kind of had X-Men influencers and stuff like then cosplayers and shit go. And like my friend Steve's wife went dressed as Storm, looked absolutely stunning. Shout out to
Oh.
Shy. Yeah, like absolutely crazy cool. And every single one of them that I've talked to, and like I know most of them are pretty hardcore X nerds. They were just like, dude, you're not ready. Like, it's just, yeah, they said it was beyond expectation.
Cool. Good.
So I'm I'm excited. I'm very curious because obviously, I want to form my own opinion. But
Yeah, I'm not I don't have the same nostalgia glasses that a lot of people do for that cartoon. I love it, but I can definitely look at it and say, well, these things are out of order. I would have liked to have seen a lot of characters in the team already, as opposed to having cameos, and then you're like, well, that was cool, I guess.
yeah,
And also having a larger arc with, because Storm joining the X-Men is a big deal
yeah,
in the comics, and you don't really get that in the cartoon. She's just there already.
Yeah. I
Or
mean, that was kind of the case
Storm,
with
Storm
Ty-
and Rogue. Rogue
Yeah.
is the one. Yeah, like her being a villain and then becoming a good guy. Uh, seeing the way she interacted with like the Avengers, all that stuff. It's like I want to see that, but nah, you just kind of get a flashback and that's it.
Hey, man, at least we got a flashback. You know?
Dude, there's a flashback in the episode with X Factor where for whatever reason Iceman is part of X Factor. They
Yep.
have a flashback to the original 5 X-Men, and I had so many questions when they showed them because I was like, "Hey, wait a minute!
Yeah.
Members of the team are here that are not part of the team in the
Mhm.
show currently, right? Like, so you gotta explain more of that. Like Warren,
Yeah.
Angel needed more, a lot of that.
Oh, for sure.
They
Oh,
also, I
hold up.
don't remember them. Oh, sorry.
Panther came in with a super chat. Remember the missile backpack and gun that came with Sensational Spider-Man? I thought he was deliberately packing to face off against Sentinels from the Onslaught saga.
Yeah.
Poor bit. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Corey.
Oh, you're good. Oh, what was I saying? There was something else. With
Kurtz.
the X-Men.
I mean, like
cartoon.
Nightcrawler's arc in that
He's just
show.
there.
Oh,
Yeah, he has one or two episodes, and that's it.
that was one of those.
Um,
Nightcrawler was like my dude, and I was always bummed out that he got like kind of the shaft.
yeah, yeah. I liked Beast a lot, but Beast story, like him becoming the like furry, the blue furred beast, that needed a little more. There's a lot of stuff. The Brood kind of got just casted aside. Like they get one episode in season like 4, I think,
That
and the
one I kind of
animation's not
understood.
very good.
That one I kind of understood a little bit more, just because it's like, oh yeah, the Brood are fucking terrifying. Like, and it is a Saturday morning cartoon. Like going back and watching it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I suppose that probably wasn't the thing that you wanted to lead with. You know what I mean?
What? Nah, kids love creepy.
Not 90s.
Um,
Well, 90s kids especially, but Thanos
Kid,
says,
what are you talking about? Goosebumps was out.
what?
Goosebumps was coming out at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kids would have eaten that up. They would have loved the Brood. They should have made it its own little arc.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Wolverine gets infected.
I think he does in that episode, and it wears off super fast. But I mean, it in that issue that really iconic. I think that was Silvestri on that issue.
Yeah.
That iconic issue where Wolverine's on the cover, half
Yeah.
brood.
Oh, they're making a figure of it.
Right. In that issue, he
Yeah.
never looks like that completely.
Yeah.
It's just the cover of that comic where he looks like that.
Oh, yeah. No, it was a cover gimmick for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But at least the issue has
I was
Silvestri.
going to say, I do think that was cooler looking than what he actually ended up looking like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's that type of stuff that I look back on and I'm like, no, that makes sense. Like,
Yep.
like there's a couple DC like Secret Origins issues that I remember having as a kid that I go back to and I'm just like, why the fuck? And I'm like, oh, money, right? Like,
Oh, with the sort of bait and switch. You see a cover,
yeah,
you're like, this is great. You get the book and you're like, oh God.
just I don't understand why you put this on the cover at all. There's like 9 out of 10 issues of Batman that my dad had in his grocery sack O comics that he had.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny to think that like Batman as a comic um was relatively unchanged until Frank Miller.
Yep, definitely.
Like that was a turning point. And even then, the only reason they let Frank Miller do that was because he went over to Marvel and turned Daredevil into one of the best-selling books.
Yep. Once again,
With his
money.
flex. Oh yeah. Yep.
I mean, that was the crazy shit of when Ditko left Marvel and
Mm-hmm.
he got brought on DC. And do you know what character he created that was supposed to be the next Spider-Man?
Who's that?
The Creeper.
Oh man, the Creeper's
He
a
was
pretty
brought
cool
on.
design. He's
What?
goofy looking. I have a soft spot for that design.
Oh, dude, I love the Creeper, but like
I don't know anything about him. I just think he looks cool.
yeah, no, like I was reading an article and that was one of those interesting things of like, yeah, like Ditko fucking hated Marvel and he, he basically, was able to boast like, hey, I'm co-creator of fucking Spider-Man, and they brought him over and yeah, his big creation that they were like, yeah, Steve Ditko, we got this. And then he created the Creeper and everybody was like, wait, what? Like,
They're like, that's not exactly what we were looking for when you said you were going to make the next Spider-Man.
but I don't know. Stuff like that's always fascinating to me because it's like, well, you definitely didn't get the next Spider-Man, but still you got a cool character.
Right. Um. Yeah, I guess whenever Kirby came along, they were probably like, "Oh no, another one of these Marvel guys."
And then and then he Kirby'd it.
And then he did. He made a bunch of characters that DC was like, we can't sell these characters. It's like, oh god. So they swept him under the rug.
Oh,
He
for
made a pile of characters too. You
no,
got Fourth World. You have Etrigan. You have Omak.
dude, he went
Kamandi.
hog. Like that dude was
Yeah,
not fucking around.
it's funny to think that prior to that, he had worked on Sandman way back in the day, and a handful of other, DC books.
Yeah. Oh shit. Put a gorilla on the cover. I mean, it works. Oh, hi,
But
Mitch. How's it going? Well, Mitch now has to take sexual harassment training. I mean, that's part of the job, man.
what? Oh no! What happened? Was it because there was a gorilla on the cover?
What? No. Oh, you're crossing the streams, Corey. And that's how we got on the news.
Yep. Like, so how do we approach the apes? Hello, ape. How are you? At a distance.
Isn't the Creeper
No
basically
hugging.
the Mask, Freakazoid, and the Joker? I mean, yes, but the Freakazoid and the Mask didn't exist before the Creeper.
Yeah, what is
And
the Creeper's origin? Do you know how much do you know
uh,
about that character?
not a ton. From what I recall, basically he was a news reporter that got in a lab accident and it gave him weird powers.
Hmm.
There we go. Oh, there we go. That looks much better.
Oh
Instead of that
yeah.
flat
Yeah, that's
black,
awesome. Yeah.
looks nice. Out of
I
context
like
and
that.
shock. Speaking of crossing the stream, anyone seeing Ghostbusters Thursday? Yes, Shaggy. In fact, I will have an exclusive print available at the Imagine Theater here in Willow Creek. I will be there selling it. I actually have to finish coloring it tonight. That is what I'm doing as soon as I'm off of this stream. So, what? Oh, there we go. Isn't Jack Ryder the Creeper? Maybe. That blue really brings out the rest of the sculpt for sure. Yeah, it really pops. Like, I forget how much detail Caliban had. Like, look at his patas. Like, look at
I
his feet.
really like that. That figure's awesome.
Like, that looks like a nice figure now. Like, I like that. I mean, I could have probably done it in reverse and done black or done blue and then done like a black wash on it, but I think that pops it
No,
up.
no, that dry brush works.
Hold on, I'm pulling up an article about the Creeper.
Oh,
Creeper is a superhero created by Steve Ditko and Don Siegel for DC Comics. He is portrayed as a journalist and talk show host, usually living in Gotham City, who gains the ability to transform into superhuman the Creeper thanks to experimental science developed by Dr. Yatz. There you go. Seems like most DC origins, lab accident, creeper, Joker, Flash. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is what it is.
I was waiting for you to go, oh, wait, that's not the creepers I was looking for.
Tano, I watch NXT in batches usually, so I'll be catching up with it probably this weekend. You're gonna make any of Spider-Side's weapons? You know, kind of. I have I got that Agent Venom and Mayhem 2-pack on like uber duper clearance at Target, and I was thinking that I could put the scythe on his hand, so I thought that would work. Outside of that, I mean, I this dude's already going to take up a lot of space on the shelf, so I don't feel too obligated to do too many weapons and
Whose hands
additional.
did you put on him?
What?
Whose hands did you use?
Those are from. Oh no! Why can't I remember his name? Shit! Hold on.
Can't remember.
Chrome
Can't
Dome.
remember somebody's name.
Chrome Dome from NECA. I ended up getting a.
For real?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they proportioned out really nice. They looked a little exaggerated, which I liked. And because the thing is when I got Chrome Dome, he had the stock hands that were on him, and there were no other hands in the thing, and I didn't know that when I bought it. So I contacted NECA and I got a random baggie of secondary hands, and I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks."
So you got a spare set?
Yeah, spare set of fists.
That's awesome.
What up, Eiswin? What up, guys? What you chopping tonight? I'm kind of flying tonight. I got Spider-Side painted up, so he's gonna get sealed up and put on the shelf.
Nice.
Wolverine now looks animated series-rific. I think I will do the arm hair, but I don't know if I'll do that tonight or tomorrow.
Do it. I believe in you.
But he looks good. I'm very excited about that. I don't know. I'll be painting a Steve Ditko head here in just a minute. I have to take that out. That is primed, thankfully. And then I'll be trying to make this harness fit a little bit better on the most powerful man of the universe. Ooh, excuse me. Just thought that maybe the Shadow King's hands would look amazing on Spider-Side. Shadow King's hands?
Oh yeah, the like claw hands, right?
But did he have separate?
Oh no. Yeah, Shadow King. No, you mean the Venom.
They were the Venom hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was an alternate head for the Kingpin. Which batch you painting right now, Corey? Steve Rogers?
I've got some Steve Rogers heads I'm doing. So I'm working my way through these, and then once they're done, then I've got to start getting a bunch of stuff ready. I gotta ride that X-Men hype train and get more Nightcrawler and Cyclops ready. And then maybe in a few weeks I'll have a new Rogue and Cyclops head ready.
Nice.
And I think I've got a new Gambit head coming as well. They did the reissue of the Mafex yellow costume Wolverine.
Oh, nice.
So those let's see where I put it. Those Wolverine heads that I've been painting, the masked ones.
Yeah.
I had someone ask if I would do a batch of these for the Tiger Stripe. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Easiest way to ride new train, morph heads. So Super Spike.
More.
Shit, that's cool.
Yeah. Turning it all goofy. Sorry. I never know which way to go when I do this.
I need to find it, but I have a spare AOA morph head that I want to toss on one of those morph VHS bodies. So I'm like, there we go. X-Men 97 morph.
Yeah.
That Wolverine head's so sick. Spike, damn it, that's nice.
Yeah, that head's awesome. But I'm gonna do some for the Jim Lee or the
the Tiger Stripe.
Yeah, the Tiger Stripe.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, what counts? Are they all considered Jim Lee?
I guess
that's all Mafex done, right? No, because like the AOA is not Jim Lee.
What?
The Age of Apocalypse Magneto isn't Jim Lee.
That's true. Do you have any plans to make any An MVC Wolverine cast from that new PCS statue that's coming out, says Panther.
Oh, that's expensive.
Spicy price.
Yeah, I would love to own that statue. I don't know if it would even come apart to make a mold of the head.
I don't know if you saw this last week, Corey, but I painted this up. I might need to send this to you to shrink because who's that handsome son of a gun?
That's awesome.
So, but it's on a friggin' select, so he's gigantic.
Where who sculpted it?
This is, I don't know, this was the Crimson Dynamo unmasked head that I added glasses to, repainted the beard, and added a hat.
That's amazing. That's so
like
funny.
legitimately, I was thinking of gluing the hat on and sending it to you to see if you could cast it.
That's awesome.
I need like 8 of those. Because I was trying to figure out. I was debating. So I ordered one of those gladiators from Four Horsemen to put one of your Conan heads on.
Yes, the Conan. Hell
and
yeah.
I was like, someday that will show up because
they started shipping.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, come on.
Yep.
But now I'm like, oh, I kind of want to see if that head fits on a dwarf, like, because that would be very Tony.
That's hilarious. Yes. Yeah, that would be awesome. But oh man. Yeah, we'll have to get a hold of one of those, an extra one of those Crimson Dynamo heads.
Dude, I'll just send you this one.
That one? You can?
Yeah, just send it back eventually.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Fortnite. Yeah, I had the Conan head show up last week, but now I'm stuck waiting for Four Horsemen to ship the goodies. Dude, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the Venom accessory because I do want to see how it fits on here. I'll be back.
Yeah. All right. So my show now. He says he can hear me. But since Dave's not in the room, everybody in the chat's allowed to swear now, and we can have pizza. That's right. Let's see. Hey, Fortnite got his Conan head. Cool. All right. That PCS Wolverine statue.
Yep.
Oh, he's back. He's back. So that PCS Wolverine statue.
Oh.
I have been looking at it a lot.
What Esteban say? Shit.
Oh no, I said you left, so everybody gets to swear now.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
I've been looking at that statue, but I'm gonna be honest, the Sabretooth is the one that I keep looking at, going, I need that, I want that, I'd like to have it.
There we go.
You know what statues we're looking at, or we're talking about, right, Dave?
Yeah.
You should pull up a picture of the Sabretooth.
Yes, give me one moment.
And so they're doing a first appearance costume of that same design.
I did not know that.
It's amazing. I love it.
Oh, that's a big fancy boy.
It's one of the coolest statues I've seen in a while.
So I'm gonna pull up the first appearance one. And there we go. Boop. That guy?
Yes.
Look at that.
It's crazy. It doesn't even look like a statue. It just looks like an illustration.
Agreed.
It's so good.
Although I will say, like, as here, share this tab set. Boop. That's still neat.
It's real good. Yeah.
That's why the Marvel Select Sabretooth is my favorite Sabretooth. Like, just it just hits
really good. Yep.
It hits just right. I love
He also hits the floor because he didn't stand for shit because he didn't have an ankle rocker.
Yeah. So, the funny thing is, I debated about taking him apart for a while and actually bashing in a bunch of these joints because these are about the same size. And I was like, man, I don't know if I have the patience for that. Love the Wolverine statue pre-ordered. That one's going right on my new nightstands. Nice. Yeah. Oh, what up, Abs? Hello, Dave. Ooh, that spider side looks awesome. Need me one, right? Dude, this is what's fun is I have a custom cane that I got in the custom swap a couple years back. or last year, and so like my clone army grows, which I'm pretty stoked for. I think I just used the word stoked like 12 times. This is one of those where like the Origins harness for this He-Man is just barely long enough.
Is it gonna work?
No, probably not.
Oh no.
It's okay. Like I would have to glue the harness as opposed to
which Masterverse He-Man is that?
This is the Battle Armor He-Man. Or not,
That's
yeah,
the
Battle Armor He-Man.
One from, was it called Revelations?
This one was technically, I think, Revolution.
Revolution, yeah. So
Yeah,
I haven't. Did you watch that new one?
Yeah, dude, it was great.
Really cool.
I liked it. Yeah. So this dude. So I added the shield and his power sword from the first release.
Mhm.
But otherwise, he just comes with the battle axe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in the well, I don't want to spoil it. It's a thing from the show. He doesn't have the power sword for a chunk.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my He-Man otherwise.
Cool.
Which I do like. I like this. I think it looks great. I just wanted to see if I could make a Filmation style one, you know? But yeah, like this dude, him and Conan are gonna tag team shit. It's gonna be great. Very, very excited, very excited. You know what else I'm very excited about, and I'm sure Matt might not be? This.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Matt should be demanding royalties for the commercial. I pay him in beans. Thanks to Jada Toys, I can create a possible X-Men versus Street Fighter or Marvel versus Capcom display. Agreed. I actually have this guy right here. Watch out. Ken Masters. I was actually going to see if his alternate head fit on He-Man just because I was curious.
I really want. I have an alpha head that I bought off a fella on Instagram. In fact, I have the Ryu as well, but the Ken is actually from a different artist. The artist that did this Ryu did such a good job capturing the MVC portrait that I wish this guy would sculpt Ken as well. In fact, I wish he'd do all of them. I have his cap and his Ryu, but I need all of them. Oh, I know.
It couldn't hurt.
It starts to like you start wish listing is the problem, and you know that if you talk to somebody about it, you're gonna be like, what about this and that one and this character, and would you make that one?
I would also like.
And you're like, I'm gonna get blocked so fast if I nerd out on somebody.
In a good way.
Yeah, they're like, get the fuck out of here, you dork.
Man, now I have to look up Steve Ditko reference. Not black and white. Funniest thing is the best color reference I have is a drawing that he did of himself.
For his hair color or what?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because most of his shots were in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like a brown. That Jada M. Bison looks amazing, and I was never a Street Fighter fan. Dude, all those look amazing. 3 cats, says Mixie's coming in a little late. Drink it. You okay over there, Mixie? Josh Barrett,
Bison is awesome, but seeing that figure gives me flashbacks to playing against people in Street Fighter 2. Anytime,
slide.
Yeah, it's like, okay, fuck you. I'm just not gonna play.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
I swear to God, I would pick Chun-Li and bounce on your head. Don't make me mad.
Dude, I will always remember playing Street Fighter with my buddy and his older brother, and he could not figure out for the life of him how to do basically anything but that stupid fucking slide kick. And he was older than us, so it was just that game of like, okay, cool, we get to play with the older kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, stop it, you cheap fuck. Oh, damn, Adam. Wish list all the time. I'd like to get all 80 JLU members, but not the Mattel ones. That dude, oh, man. I thought Todd was gonna do something similar when he was just like, yeah, I'm doing animated. I was like, holy shit. And then he just stopped. I'm like,
because they
did you
weren't
guys
buying
pull
them.
Todd? I couldn't figure that one out. It's like, was this making people too happy? Or you're just like, oh, damn it, I must bring them down.
No, I think all of those animated ones that McFarlane did kind of sat. I mean, most of the McFarlane stuff just sits. Like every time I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. There's always ones that I don't see.
Oh, for sure.
But most of the other stuff I can go into Walmart and Target and readily get.
Yeah.
And I feel like the animated figures, they were
the initial ones did for sure, but it was like that weird thing of, okay, you gave us animated Cyborg, and you did John Stewart, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, and Flash, and then it's like, no, but we won't give you Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl to finish off the
main
Martian
team.
Manhunter.
Yeah.
Or no, did they do a Martian Manhunter in that style?
I don't think so.
I can remember. Oh, they did a Harley Quinn too in an animated. I also love Darkstalkers. Oh, Morgan and Felicia. Yeah, oh yes.
Hey, chill out.
He did. We just have 4 of 7. Only played the Marvel vs. Capcom games with only Marvel characters. Isn't that just Marvel superheroes?
Yeah.
What isn't that what it was called though?
Yeah, there was.
I wasn't saying that to be like a dick. I was just.
Yeah, there was the Marvel superheroes game where you have to like fight Thanos at the end of it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, dude, I remember.
And Dr. Doom was a nightmare of a fight.
Oh, dude, yeah, fucking Doom. Friggin' Dr. Doom.
He had the best entrance though.
Oh, dude, he was a badass.
His when it starts, he has like all of his Doom bots around his throne.
Yeah,
you're like, man, what an entrance, Doom. You know, he's a class act. You felt honored to get your ass beat by him
constantly.
Every time. Yeah,
that was my thing. Is it wasn't never like, oh, like cool, it's Dr. Doom, I'm gonna fight him. It's like, ah, shit.
Like, oh no.
2 hours later. Like,
yeah.
Like that was the biggest bit of bullshit where it's just like, oh, boss. Like, come on. Ab says, Dave, that's because the only people that buy female figures are weirdos. Duh. Don't you ever pay attention to what Toddy Mac? Yeah. Oh, Toddy Mac. He said a few things where it's just like, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe that's what you meant.
Also, I've seen some interviews with him where he also is very honest about like how things are, because it's like this. Right now X-Men's popular, so if I paint X-Men heads, yes, I can sell X-Men heads, right? But then there are other things that I can paint and I can pour my heart and soul into and put on the site, and they just sit there, right? So you have to think about like what's current. Like when the Wonder Woman movie came out, they could sell Wonder Woman toys, but as soon as that movie was out of theaters, which it didn't last them through very, very long, all of a sudden the toys are just piling up everywhere. So I get how McFarlane feels, where he's like, people aren't buying girl toys.
Yep.
Yeah, but 90% of your wave for Wonder Woman is just Wonder Woman. There are no. Did they even make what's her face? Tigra
Cheetah.
or the cheetah? Yeah,
No, they didn't.
they didn't.
They did.
Yeah,
They
so
did
it's
three
like
different Wonder Womans, I think.
Yeah. So what's?
Like,
Yeah, of course it doesn't sell, and they look like shit.
The funny thing is I actually thought the Wonder Woman was probably one of his better, like out of the Snyderverse stuff. Was one of the better ones.
Portrait.
What?
Yeah, a better portrait.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't perfect
still,
by any means, but
those were still figures that had like ball joints in the wrist that were too big for the arm, and
but
a lot of other.
At least Wonder Woman had the bracers that you could slide down to hide it. And it's true. Also, Blackheart was the biggest punk in the Marvel superheroes. Blackheart was just big. Period. He had range.
Spidey's like, he's like the sleeper of all of those games. He's really, really powerful.
Me saying I love Spidey is just like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Like, we know.
Do not look at the backdrop behind me.
Don't show Dave pictures of any Spider-Man. He's gonna be like, "What's that? How do I get it?"
Shut up, Corey.
He's gonna be like, "I'll take that."
To be fair, that is 100% accurate. Next thing you're gonna say is that you like turtles, Dave. Come on, man. What? I do like turtles. I will say that I find it odd that collectors won't pick up female figures. The weird thing is they do. It's just like I feel like it's not as common at mass market, like specialty stores and stuff, man. Like that shit flies.
All of the sort of like the things that we make fun of with toys, where it's like, oh, you're just buying these because they're sexy toys, right? Yeah. If you make the toy appeal to some basic instinct of the male consumer audience, yeah, of course we're going to buy it. But when you make figures that are kind of lackluster, or if you take a different approach and you make a figure that doesn't have good articulation or good, just like bad design to begin with, of course. And with a lot of female figures, they know they're not going to sell as well. So it's like, I don't know, just take one of the normal bodies. Let's use that. Who cares? It's like, oh, this sucks.
True.
I
think then there are also companies like Boss Fight, for instance. Boss Fight, fucking like that Taya Valkyrie figure that came out, like the Red Sonja that's coming, like all those.
She looks amazing.
Everything at the wall, and it looks stunning. Like
they're also I really like that their aim is not to create a male specific demographic, like their audience, they're trying to branch out and create a welcome environment for everybody. That's awesome. That's what X-Men is, right?
Yeah.
X-Men has always been that, but a lot of toy lines ostracize, so you have to be real careful with how you market things.
I was dying. I keep seeing the argument. When did X-Men become political? People are like, issue 1.
I would say a lot of the political driven, I don't know. I think Claremont understood how to make it clear. If you go and read like the in the 70s, the God Loves, Man Kills.
Oh yeah.
that's some of the best storytelling. It is a little like disorienting if you're coming off of Byrne X-Men and then you read that and it's not John Byrne drawing. But the book is so good that it doesn't matter who's, it's amazing.
Oh no, it was like it was the.
But with the 60s, the 60s X-Men, there's some politics, but all that Stan Lee stuff is like Monster of the Week.
Yeah, I mean, but it was also an allegory for the friggin' civil rights movement. Like,
also, there's still a lot of there's a lot of Cold War antics in those books. There's a lot of a little stuff. It's charged, but it's very tongue in cheek. Stan Lee. We give Stan Lee a lot of credit, but when you go back and read those books, you're like, this is a guy that also wrote that Professor X was in love with Jean Grey in that first issue. So
sure did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Teen love. Wait.
Yeah, she's my student. I can't tell her how I really feel. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't tell anybody that. You shouldn't even have that in the dialogue.
Not to mention that Stan Lee himself said that he created the X-Men out of laziness. No.
Yeah, the X-Men was going to get canceled. They reran. So when you buy X-Men issues, it goes up to what, like issue, maybe like 50, and then it recycles. So if you're buying old X-Men comics, like buying number 1, you're like, oh wow, this is a number 1. This is really rare. But then you jump ahead, and like, the book cycles back through again. So you're like, what the hell? Issue 1 over again?
I mean, that was just the legacy numbering shit too these days.
Well, they were going to cancel it, and that was the only way to keep it going, was just to re-release those issues. It's funny to think X-Men, the book that basically saved Marvel, was nothing back in the 60s. The Fantastic Four was so popular then, and Doctor Strange, and seemed like everything but X-Men,
Yeah. There we go. Eyebrows added. I also love when people are like, when did Captain America become political? Yeah. Punch and noses.
Cap's too political.
That is still one of my all-time favorite fucking Jack Kirby stories. Is someone called up to his studio, and
it was like the American Fascist Union or something, and Kirby had said some things that he didn't. Yeah, he didn't like Nazis.
Yeah, and he was like, "Okay, I'll be right down." And when he got there was no one there.
Yeah, they ran off. They said, "Oh, we ain't fucking."
Like, he was ready to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I love it. Hold them there. I'll be right down. And he's chomping a cigar the whole time.
Let's be honest. Wolverine helped X-Men become popular. Oh well, that's the funny thing is, like initially it wasn't. I mean, giant size X-Men was definitely a boon to the X-Men, but I don't know. It was a while before they really hit the stride. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what issue. It's got to be during Byrne's run, where they realized how like big Wolverine would be as a character. But during Cockrum's stuff, he doesn't really shine the same way he does during the Byrne books. Like during that, Claremont started, singling out Wolverine and go, okay, this guy, he's got a pass. Like especially once you get to the Alpha Flight issue. Once you get to that stuff, you're like, okay, there's a lot going on here. This is cool. It's funny because like every time they try and touch on Banshee's like past and all that stuff, then nobody cares. They don't give a shit about Banshee. What's Wolverine doing?
Make Wolverine stab more guys. We want stabs. Said it every time Banshee came onto the scene. Oh, Shanton Bigora. Fuck off, Banshee. No.
And also in those old issues, Banshee always had this gigantic pipe.
Oh, dude.
It was ridiculous. Like every time he has to talk to somebody, he needs this big stupid pipe.
It was very Tolkien-esque too in some issues, where it was just like, where the hell did you get that? Like,
Yeah, where?
Like where are you hiding that? Like tell me your secrets, oh screaming.
When did they figure out what to do with Banshee's hair? Because you remember in the Cockrum stuff, it's like this weird
fucking
slick.
Everywhere. Oh, what up, Mike? Sorry, Kingston just chimed in. Moira confirms Banshee's got a giant pipe. God damn it. Mixie says, I'm rewatching the animated series, and it's so silly how skinny and emaciated Wolverine's claws are, and all he does is wave them around in fights since he can't stab anyone. Yeah, unless they're robots.
Yeah, sometimes he chops a wall. Sometimes he cuts the roof off of a car.
At least he wasn't Australian. Like,
yeah, right. Hey, but the animation in that...
I will always and forever remember that line, because I remember going, I've been talking to the wrong Canadians, apparently, because they sound way different.
I feel like if you were 5 or 6 and you saw that cartoon and you didn't know anybody from Canada, from then on, you'd just be like, I think that Canadians have a weird accent. I think it's even funnier.
I just remember being a little kid watching Pride, like Pride of the X-Men.
Yeah.
And that was my number one thought, is that's like, what?
We don't. So here in Texas, you know, we don't come across many Canadians. So I think it's even funnier. Yeah,
you just took it as fact. You're like, yeah, that's what Canadians sound like.
Yeah, good enough.
Like that is 100% Canadian. Labatt's Blue, Mounties, and Australian accents. The also, like, as a small kid, I did not understand, like, when Nightcrawler is completing the circuit and everything, and that in the Pride of the X-Men, and I'm like, why didn't he just grab a piece of metal?
No, superheroes. Apparently, superheroes are conductive.
Are extra conductive.
So he needed to shock the shit out of himself.
I guess.
You know, it's a superhero comic. They have to have extreme circumstances for drama.
You're telling me Hans Landa took his numbers pipe? That from me. Yeah, but they have more in common with the actual Canadian accent than Cal Dot. Yup. Sure do. He's a lovely man. I got to meet him last year for the first time.
Oh, cool.
He was very nice. He was at the Uncanny Experience, which I'll be at this year, which I'm pretty excited about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where are they having it at?
So this is the cool thing. It's an immersive con experience. So it's in
somebody's house.
It's in the Minneapolis Club, which is this like old school looking mansion.
Oh, weird. Cool.
So it's real neat. And they have like cosplayers from around the country come in, and like you can talk to the staff of the Xavier Institute and stuff like that. It's real neat.
They have to stay in character all weekend.
I think hey, you shut your mouth, Mixie. I'm the same height as Hugh Jackman. So I could play Wolverine if I wanted to. Wolverine is Ollie's size. Wolverine is actually the same height as my wife, according to the Marvel source book. Just throwing that out. I may or may not have. I actually picked this up last weekend or a couple weekends ago at the Toy Swap. This was my introduction to Stats and Facts. Is the Marvel Superhero Guidebook from Parachute Press. Originally with may I add, I didn't realize this. Look at that. It is an actual McFarlane drawing on the cover.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Like, yeah, look at the man. Look at that source artwork. This is where I get most of my iconic images of superheroes in my head. Because like there's Daredevil, but Wolverine, dude, I don't know where they got this image.
How tall does it say Daredevil is in that book?
Look at that. Hold on.
Is he 6 foot?
I don't know if it does on here. No, these ones just have the. Hold on, I think I have to go. Oh, maybe not. They don't have his height in here. I thought they had his height in here.
Huh.
Which one am I thinking? Maybe I'm thinking of the handbook that had the heights. Also, like, I'm pretty sure that's an Eric Larson Spider-Man.
It's pretty cool.
But like a Buscema Thor.
Where's Emilio? He could tell you.
Right? Love that. That fucking image of Wolverine. I've redrawn that thing about 1,000 times.
That's cool.
Like this was also the cool thing. So it has a section on best weapons. Spider-Man's web shooters, Thor enchanted hammer Mjolnir, Wolverine's adamantium claws, Forge's neutralizer gun. Who the hell was putting Forge in this category?
I would have.
Hawkeye's bow and trick arrows, and Daredevil's billy club. Captain America's shield doesn't make it in.
Why? Oh, it's not a weapon.
Also, hold on. Weirder than weird. Impossible Man, Plant Man, Puppet Master, and Angar the Screamer are the only entries.
Angar the Screamer. I don't want to know why they call him the Screamer.
Check that out. Stats for the Blackbird.
Nice.
The most simplistic drawing of a Blackbird ever. Oh, man. Fantastic facts. Where do heroes get their costumes? 10 most valuable Marvel comics.
What's number one?
Marvel Comics number 1. The 1939 comic is extremely rare. It introduced the Human Torch and Submariner. 2 is Captain America number 1. 3, Amazing Fantasy 15. 4, Amazing Spider-Man 1. 5, Fantastic Four number 1. 6, X-Men number 1. 7, Amazing Spider-Man 2. 8, The Incredible Hulk 1. 9, Tales of Suspense 39. 10, Avengers number 1, which I'm surprised it's not Avengers number 4. Because that was
Tales of Suspense was is that first Thor?
First Iron Man.
Oh, first Iron Man. Okay.
Oh, then.
Thor's Journey into Mystery.
Right? Tales of Suspense, yeah, origin and introduction of Iron Man.
Okay.
But yeah, like, okay. Another favorite. Heroes and villains with super strength. Like, how much do you think they can lift? and it's weird because like it's like these are the strongest. They don't say how much they can lift. Hulk, when enraged, can lift. He can lift up to 70 tons. Thor can lift. Thor's strength is doubled so that he can lift more than 200 tons, yet not at the top of the list. Goliath, Dragon Man, and Terminus are up there. Wonder Man, The Thing, Sandman, Iron Man wearing armor, She-Hulk, Loki, Spider-Man, Doctor Doom with armor, Captain America, Vulture with harness, and Kingpin.
Did they put Spidey on there?
Spidey is on there. Spidey can apparently lift 10 tons. Wonder Man can lift 95 tons? That seems weird.
Oh, shit. That's
Mixie, awesome. Good, bad, or in between. Good, bad, or in between is in here. That's the tweeners. Because you have the baddest of the bad guys, then you have good, bad, or in between. You got Punisher, Hulk, and Magneto. Those are the only three. Nice. Wait, they're saying Hulk is less strong than Thor? Technically, yes. Also, I think I'm going to use these metal glasses for him instead of the 3D printed ones.
Yeah.
Because these are cool, but I don't want to paint them. And I have ones that are almost identical, and they can be made of metal.
Cool. Where'd you get the metal glasses?
GPS lot. I actually just ordered. See, so they're laser cut.
Oh, and you just flip them up. Cool. That's awesome.
So, and they take paint beautifully. I added a little paint. This is my Dr. Baxter Stockman.
Nice.
And
that is cool.
I don't know if you can see, his glasses are really subtle, but
oh yeah,
just adds that little bit, you know, where it's just like, oh shit, like that's cool. So it's these ones. So I need to take them out. They're incredibly fragile. Hulk Smash PV book. This is going to sound weird, but do you like your things large or regular sized? I mean, I always thought
it does sound weird.
Thing was like, I thought he was kind of short, to tell you the truth, compared to like Hulk and stuff.
I think I heard Alex Ross say that Ben Grimm is usually around the same height as Mr. Fantastic. And it's not so much that he's tall. He's just a brick shithouse. He's wide, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that like Ben being able to take on the Hulk has nothing to do with the fact that he's like as big as the Hulk or any of that. And he knows that he's not as strong as the Hulk, right? His talent has always come from his like street smarts. Like if he could beat the Hulk, it's because he could outfight the Hulk. It has nothing to do with whether the Hulk's just strong. You know, Hulk's angry, but he's stupid.
Steve Ditko.
Nice.
Come on. Focus.
It does want to focus.
Hold on. Come on. Acknowledge his face. Nope, not going to play nice. God dang it. Sad thing is, the body that I really need for this is Dick Bullets. I don't.
Oh no.
I don't know. I know I have. Oh, maybe I have it in the back. But yeah. Oh, Short and Wide was the original. Yeah. I will be right back because I'm going to go back into the bin and grab a body because I think I have one back there. So, BRB.
Yeah, with a lot of the Ben Grimm stuff, you just kind of look at the art and take away. Like Kirby always drew him shorter than Reed, but then later on they made him a little bigger. I think in the 90s they kind of got crazy with it where Ben was gigantic. But we all know, like, it's like, okay, Ben's around the same size as a human. He's just wide, you know, he's super wide. In fact, there's a lot of superheroes that Beast is another one. Beast is supposed to be like 5'10", yet the Marvel Legend for Beast, for whatever reason, is bigger. You know, he's bigger than Cyclops, and Cyclops is supposed to be like 6'3", 6'4", or something. All of those scales are kind of askew, and it's whenever we see it, it's because we see art in comics and look at it and go, oh, I guess he's supposed to be this big. And so that's why they make toys of it. And I think if we were like more verbal about it, say, hey, we'd like things to scale correctly, maybe Legends would do something like that. Oh, the Cyclops is too short, Mixie? Is he? I don't know. I feel like this is at least I think he's at least 6'4". I think he's pretty good height. If that's the case, let's see. Cap is what, 6 foot or 6'1"? Let's see here. Scott should be taller than Cap, right? They're about the same height. Yeah, I guess he could be a little taller. It would help balance out his like slim look.
Hello.
All right, we're having a very intellectual conversation about the height of Marvel characters in here.
No. I'm out. No.
Yeah, you don't know.
Headlock Comics. I just stood next to Chris Evans and
Just stood
and confirmed 6 foot. Nice.
Yeah.
In fairness, Corey, the Marvel Legends Cyclops is too short. Cap is 6'2".
Yeah, that's what.
Cap is the same height as Daredevil. Random. Please, Hasbro, retire that damn clip shield. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give me a better shield. Is Cap supposed to be? See, this is the problem. The Marvel heights have changed over the years. Like I have an old Marvel Universe thing where Juggernaut is like 7'2", right? Now, if you look up Juggernaut, he's like 9'6" for some reason.
He's big.
The scale is real wonky, right? From what I remember Cap being like right at or just over 6 foot. I think him and Frank are pretty close. Frank might be like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
But then I think Daredevil's 6 foot as well. But Maddie's lithe. Like
I feel like Daredevil falls into that 6. Like there was a time where there was like everybody was 6'2". Like all the heroes were 6'2".
Well,
Jeremiah says, what head is that on the Cyclops? It's the 97 body, right?
Oh, the STL Customs. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm doing more. So,
is that sold out on the site right now?
Oh yeah, those sold out pretty fast. I got to do more.
Damn it.
As soon as it happened, I was like, damn it, I should have waited until I had a bunch of these painted. But that's all right. I'm doing more. I won't leave anybody hanging. And that's the 97. I have my cell shade over here, and the blue is slightly different. But it's almost unnoticeable. If anything, the new one is just a hair darker. But the electric blue that I use to match, it's damn near perfect.
Damn.
So I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I could probably go a little deeper with the yellow on the next batch, but I'm trying to decide, should I do yellow on the visor for the next batch, or should I do them in gold again?
I think do it in the yellow, man. I think that fits so nice. Like for especially for the X-Men 97 vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is so stinking dead on.
Right.
Also, I just realized the absolute best base for Steve Ditko, according to all of his appearances, is none other than the animated Peter Parker. Because it has the rolled up sleeves. It has the dad shoes. Like,
nice.
He looks a little too buff. Because of the fucking neck. But like, it kind of works. A little too buff.
Yeah, it's he looks like a sitcom dad.
He does. He looked like freaking the guy from Elf. Oh God, nope, we're not going down that. We're not going down that road.
Oh no. You're gonna summon Matt.
Now Dave needs another Parker Spicy pack. No, Mixie. I think I'm gonna stick with I think I'm gonna stick with good old Dick Bullets for this one. Now that I've futzed around, because I feel like the Dick Bullets body is lean. Like, I think that works. I don't know. We'll see. Might kit bash around, might swap up the forearms and stuff. See if I can make that work. So I just realized, I was like, oh, the Stan Lee is literally this exact same figure, just with different deco.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of a slap in the face to Ditko. I think what I was there for that travel down the icky rabbit hole that was the dad from Elf. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yep, I
Speaking of
remember
animated
that.
Parkers, would you buy a season 1 animated Peter figure? Yes, in the stupid polo shirt. Hell yeah. Dude, I have like 3 of this figure. This is one of my figures of the year from last year. I absolutely love this figure. Like, legitimately, the funny thing is I looked down and I got this from a COJ member, and I was like, oh, I have one of these sitting here. So I was like, I'll just pull him out. And back into the abyss he goes for now, so that I can put all of his accessories away properly, because I'm a psychopath like that.
You know, talking about scale, and
Yeah.
because they were talking about everybody being 6'2".
Yeah.
I had this conversation the other day with a buddy. He's like, he sends me a picture of the Mafex Daredevil, and he's like, doesn't he look small to you? And I was like, compared to what figure? Because there's nothing to scale him against, right?
Yeah.
So we had this conversation where I was like, what do you mean? Like, what's compared to what? He said, well, he just looks small, didn't he? He said, I always remember Daredevil being big. I was like, did you read Daredevil? Like, did you grow up reading Daredevil comics? He's like, not really.
Damn it.
And I was like, well, let's have a little chat then. You know, and immediately started breaking out my Daredevil books. And I was showing him the Frank Miller stuff where he's very lithe looking, right? Like, he's not he's not that sort of Captain America size. Like, his arms aren't that big. So that's what I was kind of like, what's our frame of reference here? Like, what are we going for?
Hasbro already gave us the best Daredevil figure, the 90s armor version. Hell yeah. Fornet says, I was tempted to pick up the animated Pete when it was on sale, but didn't want to deal with having to have a Smythe figure laying around. That's where you sell it off, man. Just put that baby up on the COJ trading post. It'll move.
This was the best like forward shot that I could find of Maddie.
Yeah.
And this is Frank Miller, right? So when I saw this, I was kind of like, all right, here's Daredevil. Now please show me like what Daredevil like you're talking about, because like maybe like the later Miller stuff, but this is cover art. You know how cover art goes. You'll see the front of a book and you think, God, the characters look insane. Then you open it and they're like, okay, they don't really look like that, you know?
Yeah.
This stupid sandwich said the only person that drew Daredevil big was Gene Colan. And that's, yeah, kind of generic superhero.
I mean, it was just the style of the time.
Yeah, and they were all forced to draw Kirby style, the Marvel way.
As lithe and outward. I always pictured him with a featherweight boxer torso. Like that. I always thought that was kind of his build. He was a featherweight. Like, he was maybe a light heavyweight at most. But because that was always, that was the whole thing behind him. He grew up in a boxing gym.
Mm-hmm. Well, when my buddy was asking me about that, I started thinking about it. I was like, oddly enough, I've heard that same complaint about the Mafex from other people. Yeah. And I thought I was like, Daredevil's not really everybody's book. I get that, like, no, but not many people are Daredevil fans. They watch the show and that's kind of it, right?
Yeah.
So where where does this come from with like where people hear something and immediately spit it back out to everyone else? This like loop from social media where it's like, oh yeah, but so and so he said he's small, so everybody repeats that. It's like, oh come
Yeah.
on, can't you guys form your own fucking opinions?
Yeah. Damn it. Where is? Uh-oh, I don't know where I put that. Trying to find. I had an idea the other day. I was like, man, I'd really love like an evil Danhausen look.
Evil?
And
I
I was
already
like,
know evil.
he's very nice, very evil.
Oh, very nice, very evil.
So he has a quote unquote devil look that he uses. He's used once in AEW, and
Devil look?
Yeah, hold on, I'll see if I can find it.
Is it Majin Danhausen?
Kind of. So he did this. Nope, don't want that. That is an ad. So he had this awesome like return vignette that was a parody of Halloween 3.
Mm-hmm.
So this face paint.
Season of the Witch.
Yeah. So slightly different. Which I liked. I thought it was cool looking.
Yeah. I don't know I don't really know wrestling.
I know. That's why I just pulled it up. I was like,
right.
this is just easier to do.
Does he wrestles, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what he is. Is he like a mascot?
No, he wrestles.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was like, I think I can do this. So,
cool.
But yeah, it's the trick of kind of painting over certain parts and then going over that. So misleading comic covers. Cough. Tim Bradstreet Punisher. Cough.
Oh yeah. Tim Bradstreet stuff. And then you open it up and you're like,
womp, womp.
Steve Dillon? What?
Yeah. I feel cheated.
Yeah.
What was it? That was Earth X for me. Because it was Alex Ross covers.
Yeah.
And Tommy Lee Edwards inside. Which, nothing against Tommy Lee Edwards. That dude is a fucking phenomenal talent. It was him and John Paul on the interior.
I hate it.
But it was that weird thing of just like, son of a biscuit.
Yeah, it is very bait and switch. But that's been comics for what? Hell, it was when I was talking to Emilio. He's like, yeah, we would do covers for issues. And I was like, did you ever do the interior art? He's like, not usually. Most of the time we did covers. I was like, you bastard, you're one of them. He's like, what? I was like, you're part of the bait and switch.
I think that is what it was.
Every time I see an issue like that, I'm gonna go, Emilio.
Super Spike says, I don't blame Alex Ross for that. I blame whoever does the interior. Again, like the art on the inside, it's not like it was bad artwork. It was just that thing of like, you're coming off of Kingdom Come and Marvels and all this crazy cool shit that Ross had been doing. And it's like, fuck yeah, like this on essentially the Marvel characters. Okay, like let's go. Let's see what this is. And then he was like, what the fuck? Like,
this isn't what I signed up for.
This is bullshit. They can't afford me doing full books of Alex Ross. I mean, pretty much. It's like, tell me the lie, because he does so many covers for them now, and it's still the same thing. It's like, son of a bitch.
Yep.
Oh man, that split bad. Oh, that can't afford me doing folks. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Alex Ross did that Fantastic Four book not too
Yeah.
terribly long ago.
Yep.
And I bought it. Like, I was very, very excited for it, and I was kind of like, I don't get it. Like by the end.
Issue?
What?
You don't get it. I mean, it's pretty. It's just like a Kirby story, you know.
Oh, definitely. It was just
Yeah.
that thing of like it was that very weird thing where it was very experimental feeling.
Oh, I like the art inside's really pretty.
Well, of course it is. It's fucking Alex Ross, man.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're paying for, though. You know, like you're not paying for a It's not a piece. It's a literature. It's a piece of art. You know,
Oh, yes.
it has some writing in there, but it's pretty bare bones. It's very much in the vein of old 60s Marvel storytelling.
And I feel like it's almost hurt because of that. Because it's that weird kind of double-edged sword of like you're expecting more from it, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think Alex had the same complaint where he was talking about how he felt like they should have brought in a writer to help out with it or something, you know? I think Alex Ross, with his like stuff that he wants to do, it's always
Yeah.
kind of a deep dive into his own nerdum. He is trying to flex on you every time like he gets a chance. So whenever you see Alex Ross do like a painting of a superhero, you look at the face and you're like, oh, weird. What's going on there? And then he's like, well, I was really into this TV show in the late 60s, early 70s called Yada Yada. And I like
Yeah.
this actor. So when I did this character, that's why they look that way. And it's like, God damn, you're a fucking nerd.
Oh yeah.
But I love it. You know, that's the fun stuff. Because then he might expose you to something you don't know about.
Oh no, I'm not shitting on Alex Ross. I love Alex Ross's work, and I do genuinely enjoy like his interviews and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just that funny thing of like that was an instance of me going, what? Like, just being very confused, I guess.
Yeah, did you know who that character was?
Nope.
I didn't either. And I had to go look it up. And I was like, God damn, he is so deep. Like he's so deep in the weeds with Fantastic Four stuff. I would say that's how Byrne was as well. But
Yeah.
John Byrne has a knack for storytelling. So
Oh, definitely. Where is this? Alex Ross's Super Grover poster is still a prized possession of mine. Dude, when Tony found that at PowerCon, I was like, if you don't buy it, I'm going to. It was that San Diego Comic-Con Palisades Toys Super Grover San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Just
cool.
fucking gorgeous. Just again, one of those instances where it's like you have this toy line, right? In Palisades Muppets that's already ridiculous. Like, just has no right being as good as it is. And it's like, then it's like, hey, you know what we're going to add to the packaging? Alex Ross is going to do a fucking painting. You're just like,
that's amazing.
What? Like, now you are just fucking flexing. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, hold on, I gotta pull it up.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I would love to know who owns that painting now.
I don't know, to tell you the truth. No, come on, I need a high res one. I know he did a series of prints of it that you could get, but this was the packaging.
Oh, cool.
Like, just
That's really
epic.
cool.
But let's see.
Does Speaky have that?
I think he does.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's see. So the cool thing is you could get him, and he came with a phone booth, and you could convert him from Super Grover to mild-mannered Grover. So it was a 2-in-1 figure. And again, none of the rest of this line, none of the rest of the Sesame Street stuff came out.
Really?
So this was the packaging. Yeah. Like, none of it came out. Technically, you could say the Kermit with the Goosebanes was technically Sesame Street, but
Yeah.
none of the rest of it came out. Which
Damn.
is just a damn shame. I was telling Tony, like, the fact that Tony hasn't opened this up, or at least taken it out, I'm like, come on, man. This is too fucking cool to just leave sitting in a box for eternity. But alas, I believe there it shall stay. Much to my chagrin. I'm like, dude, that is one of the coolest fucking toys made in the last like 30 years. Open it, free it. Why? Oh, I was like, what happened to my focus on my camera?
I see how you said 30 years.
Yeah.
You're like, 20?
I was going to say 20, and then I was
pretty
like,
close.
I think.
Well,
what year?
Nah, I think it's probably less than 15 years, right? Don't look up. Don't look that up. It's gonna make us feel real old. You're doing it. Don't look it up. We don't need to know. Someone in the comments will. Those bastards.
Sesame Street pop vinyl. Don't need pop vinyl.
Nobody does.
New Sesame. No, that's not it. San Diego Comic-Con. Yes. Yeah. Oh. 2005. So
like
damn
that.
near 20. Okay.
I don't like that.
19 years. Yeah, intended to help launch the line of Sesame Street figures. It was the only commercially released product in the line.
Oh man.
Michael Crawford, the MWC reviews dude.
Yeah.
He has all the prototypes.
What? How did he get those?
I think he bought them when Palisades went fucking under.
Oh no.
But Palisade Sweetums is the most gorgeous thing ever created in plastic. You cannot change my mind. Dude, I have it in the other room. It is a gorgeous figure. That is one of them, one of those that like I absolutely adore. It's just such a ridiculous. It's so ridiculously well done that it's like, how, like, there are pieces of technology that need this kind of attention to detail. Like,
oh yeah, and I think all that stuff was still hand sculpted. There's no digital with that figure. Yeah, that's really impressive. Whenever you see fur textures and stuff like that, you're like, oh man, they had to sculpt that in Castelline. So somebody sat there with a wax carving tool and just went through and did every little notch.
Pretty much.
That's wild. Who sculpted all that stuff?
I don't know off the top of my head, actually. I know.
I would love to know who all those artists were.
I think Dave Cortez did some.
Hell yeah. But every time Dave Cortez puts up like shots from his studio,
yeah,
there will be like unreleased Toy Biz shit, and you see it, and it drives you nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, you're like,
why do you have that?
Yeah, show me more photos of that. I would love to see what's going on there.
Palisades Muppet Sculptor. Oh damn. Oh wow, there's a lot of in-depth. Oh, Cynthia Woody. Hold on, there we go. Palisades Toys. God dang. I love Muppet Wiki, but it's like, would you like to see all of the ads? It's like, no, I would not.
Oh no.
Kindly bugger off, you piece of shit. Cynthia Woody served as a sculptor for Palisades toy line of the Muppet action figures. She had previously gained experience sculpting the Muppets for other projects such as 1989 Miss Piggy fantasy dress-up dolls and a baby Fozzie. Well, that's kind of cool. She has an official site. Good to know. In designers, okay. I want to know sculptor. Ah, stop it! Stupid ads. God damn. What's new?
Get the ad block.
Let's see. Cynthia Woody. Cynthia Woody. These are all coming up. Cynthia Woody. So I guess Cynthia Woody.
I think we found our culprit.
Indeed. That's wild. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Oh, hi, Grumpy Gus. Anyways, that was nice having Tony on. Hi, Tony.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, hi, GoobTube.
What's up?
What's going on, Tori?
Oh, not a whole lot of burning my way through some Captain Americas. What you got going?
Nothing. Sitting in my garage.
Oh man.
Tony was working. Tony's working, man.
Working. Oh man.
Yeah.
Are you doing comic shop shit?
Always.
Yeah.
Trying to plan out some things. Looks like we're gonna be aiming for June, and we're gonna probably be putting on a swap.
Hey.
At our mall location in the common area, which is cool.
Hell yeah.
So we just got that approved today by the landlord, property management, whatever. So that's pretty cool.
So did you get your pre-order in for Horus and Abaddon?
Horus and Abaddon.
The new so they've been doing more of the Horus Heresy stuff for
apparently not.
Oh.
I must have missed those ones.
Masters of None said, "Why is Tony about to execute Order 66?"
Yeah, I think Big Bad put him up.
Execute Order 66. Yeah, I'll have to peek.
Yeah.
Is one of them the one with the big claw and like the bear skin?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I did see that one. I guess I just didn't realize who it was off the top.
Yeah, those are and from what I understand, Horus is huge.
Okay.
He's gonna be bigger than Gulliman.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes, it's a wizard.
A wizard.
So Dave, I was able to track down one of those Lady J hats, and
nice.
It kind of works.
Okay.
It's like the right size, but it's not. It's weird.
What are you making?
So that is it Crazy Toys? Is that, I can't remember the name of the brand. They did those like thugs that came with the dogs.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah,
And
those are cool.
There's the one that's bald and has a beard, and it sort of kind of looks like me if I were Jack.
Yeah. If you were built like The Rock.
Yeah. You know,
like a man could dream.
I mean, if you're gonna have an action figure, right? Like you
That's
want
right.
it
Yeah.
to be, you know, a little bit more than what it normally is.
People need to know I trip over my own dick.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah. But I've been trying to find a hat, and because it's like it's supposed to be true 1/12 scale, but they're supposed to be like 6'7" dudes basically.
Oh, so they're closer to 7-inch.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're about 6.5.
Who
but the heads are kind of small, and so I had used one of the Lady J classified series hats and cut the hair off from around it, and it kind of works. I think I need to try and trim some more of the stuff on the inside to make it a little bigger, and then maybe it'll sit a little deeper. But
yeah, I'm trying to think of what other figures would have baseball caps in 1/12 scale.
Yeah, I don't.
I was like, Tony and I had this conversation. Was that today or was that yesterday? That was yesterday.
Yesterday, because like I was thinking of and I don't want to go like crazy, but like the gung ho. Oh, that's nice, very evil. The lid from gung ho, but that's just a little too.
It's too military.
Yeah.
Oh, would a short round baseball cap work? I think that's
short round
smaller. Yeah. So
cool. Well, glad you had one in the fodder bin.
Yeah, something. I mean, it works for the time being. It doesn't look terrible. So
I was telling Corey earlier, I'm like, I need to send this select head down to you to shrink.
I actually have the Titanium Man head. That was the green guy, right? Titanium Man.
Yeah, because everybody said it was you or Wade.
Yeah, Billy said that it looked like me, but I never put any glasses on it to find out. I'm just gonna buy an Ox King toy and I'm done. Fucking done.
Man,
You're gonna be like, who are you? I am Guillermo. That's me right there.
Oh, I can put this on.
It's funny. Billy made a Dragon Ball avatar, right? And all I have to do is show like a picture of Ox King and be like, hey, look, Bill. He's like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's cool. That looks really good.
I want to put like a leather jacket on him because I think that would be cooler. But
cool guy.
This is holy shit! It's 10:04. This has been a crazy production episode of Choppin Shop for me. I am
yeah. Tell the people what you've been working on. Where can people find you, Dave?
Well, hold on. We'll get there. No, but I got Steve Ditko's head painted. And for some, there we go. It focused. Hell yeah! So now I have a Steve Ditko. Gotta find a different body.
You can be pissed. You can be pissed at all the bad shit other people did to him.
Demon Danhausen. I repainted the black with the dry brush of blue for my spider side.
Ooh.
So now I have a really nice spider side that's all pretty looking.
You could basically do exactly what you did there to make what is it? What is it? Wreckman or whatever, the demon Spider-Man from.
Oh, Wreck Rap.
Wreck Rap, that's it.
Yeah. And then I repainted the arms on this to match the Mondo head. So now I have an animated Wolverine that goes really well with my animated Sabretooth.
Nice.
So, and I don't have to buy the Mondo Wolverine because I didn't like that build. I thought he looked like a stick man, and it made me sad.
Yeah, I have the brown costume one, and he ain't good.
It's like if Spider-Man was dressed up as Wolverine. He's so skinny. Like he's not stout.
Yeah, that legend stellar.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, actually, I'll throw it over. I'll throw it over to Corey because Corey's our guest. So Corey, what do you got coming up? Where can people find you?
Let's see. I've still got some Hulks on the board that are coming up. I have these like first appearance Hulks. I still need to socket them for the select. And then I'm gonna be focusing on figuring out that green because it's been a while since I've painted heads for it. I'll be doing those. And I already had some people tell me, like, oh, you need to put a mustache on that. But I have some very Michael Turner looking Red Hulk heads that I'm going to be doing. I have more of that Cyclops coming. So everybody that has stopped and said, hey, what is that? I want that. Give me that. Yes. Can do. I will be making more of those. I'll also be doing more Nightcrawler because I did some more of the Alan Davis heads, and I have some more of the John Byrne heads coming up. I've had a few people that have already asked because I guess people don't really like the haircut that's on the new Nightcrawler.
Very swoopy.
Yeah, it's a little too stylized for them. But hey, I need that new Nightcrawler. I need that shit like yesterday because that pinless on him is so nice. Yeah. So I've got more Nightcrawler coming, and then the Wolverines that I was talking about earlier. But basically, a lot of X-Men because I'm in that same train with everybody else. I'm so hyped for that cartoon.
Yeah, drops tomorrow.
Is it the whole thing tomorrow?
What?
I think so.
The whole series is dropping?
I think. If not the first, I don't think it would just be like the first episode.
Y'all don't bother me tomorrow then. I'll be busy.
Watch that shit like 3 times.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna be glued to the TV. Let me alone. I don't need to eat.
I think it's funny. I was reading something like the person who designed the looks for the characters and stuff, some of the newer ones, they basically said that Hasbro censored the Goblin Queen in action figure form.
Well, yeah, that's not a shocker.
But apparently the show is not.
Oh, really?
From what that person was saying. Somebody who worked on the show.
Yeah.
So I find that weird. But
we're going to get that bottom tip we've been asking for?
Maybe.
Oh, no. Listen, this is a cartoon. Y'all need to chill out, guys. This is a cartoon. This is for grown-ass kids, all right?
But, yeah. Corey, so where can people find you? I already threw your links up there.
Oh, castingcave.ecreator.com. And I'm on Instagram as well. You can find me there. And I'm always working on new stuff. And then sometimes I even get to work on some customs. So every once in a while.
Hell yeah. Oh,
yeah.
From Wikipedia, X-Men 97 is scheduled to premiere its first 2 episodes on March 20th, with the remainder of the 10 episodes first season releasing weekly until May 15th. Womp womp. Well, still 2 episodes is better than none.
True.
Yeah.
Tony, where can people find you? What you got going on?
Well, you can find me here.
Nailed it.
You always on Thursdays unless something drastic happens. You know, sometimes Wednesdays, sometimes I'll pop in on Tuesdays. You can find me at Mint and Box Toys in Stillwater, Minnesota, if you're local. You can find me on Instagram at Griff Rider. I'm just everywhere as Griff Rider, so that's about it. As far as what's going on, in April, we will be at Kane County Toy Show. I think that's about it right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Washing brush. Then I'll do the interview. You can find me right here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday is Let's Talk Toys. Tuesday is Choppin Shop. Wednesday is Grippin' and Rippin'. Got some fun stuff to open up tomorrow night. Very, very excited for that. Swing on by. Tony will be here. I believe Winter Star is going to be stopping by with a big-ass robot to unveil, as well as a few other fantastic folks swinging on by. So check that out, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Thursday, Griff Riffs, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time with that bearded beauty down below. So make sure to swing back by. It's going to be a good old time. As always, yeah, follow everybody. I got all the links in the video description below. You can find me on Twitter at Dave Wheeler, on Instagram at @TheDaveWheeler, on Patreon, patreon.com/DaveWonder. Got a new batch of giveaways that I'll be putting up a poll for. I meant to do it last week. I've been a little busy. So that should be going up. And then, yeah, most importantly, Extra Life, extra-life.org/participant/Dave Wonder, again, in the video description below. There will be a mini marathon coming up here in a couple months. Actually, I believe this Friday, I'm trying to finalize details with Beard. A good friend of Beard's and mine is going through some rough times and needs help paying some medical bills. So we are going to be gaming for a significant amount of time on Friday night. So we're still working out the specifics. He has a GoFundMe page going, and we want to help him out. So if you want to tune in, Beard, myself, a bunch of folks, maybe some of even the COJ, will come on, and we'll be playing Minecraft, and we'll be trying not to get our asses handed to us by a woodland mansion, which should be fun. I've only ever done that once in the game, and I died many times. So tune in, help out a good dude who's going through some rough times. More information on that coming soon. And yeah. What?
ProWrestlingTees.com.
Oh yeah, ProWrestlingTees.com/Dave Wonder. This is the first week that I haven't uploaded anything just because I've been slammed with work. But hopefully I'll have some new designs up there this week. So yeah, check it out. A bunch of Brio artwork up there. A bunch of your favorite logos are up there. Tony's and my faces are up there. Corey's face is up there. Fantastic Five. You can get the Fantastic Five shirt. Available right now with Brio artwork. So yeah, make sure to check that out. There was a little sale ski on there not too long ago, and they have sales pretty regularly, so make sure to watch out for those too. But yeah, until next time, folks. Oh, thanks for Mitch for stopping by too. Much love, dude. Be good, be kind. Much love from Minnesota, and yeah, good night. Bye.